Hi everybody, Mentally Disturbed here with a quick tip. Today, we're going to work on some scanning. Since 3.17 has been released, scanning has changed, and well, we're just going to have to change with it. I don't believe they made it harder. I think it's been made easier. So let me show you what I did, and maybe we can make it work for you too. As you can see here, I have bound the active ping to a more convenient button and made the ping angle increase and decrease by pressing Alt while scrolling the mouse wheel. Now that we have our key binding set up, we're ready to go. So let's head out and see if we can do some scanning. Here we start off with just a general 360-degree ping. And there's a bunch of signatures for us. Now, we hold down the Alt key, scrolling with the mouse, and scan again. It disappeared. If you look real hard, you can see that there is a rock there. It's one of the advantages of being able to zoom in while scanning. So let's go have a look. There it is. At about 1,500 meters, our passive scanner kicks in and shows us that there's a rock there. But I want to see what kind of rock. And lo and behold, that's a Quantanium rock. So at this point, this may or may not be the best way for us to determine whether or not there's a soul rock there. After flying around and looking for solar quant rocks, I decided that there wasn't really a technique that I was fond of or that I found that really worked. So, instead I went looking for groups of Quantanium, in pairs or more, and this is how I found them. Once again, we're going to use the same technique. First we start with a 360-degree scan, then we hone in on which signatures that we're interested in. Well, there's one. And we have timed out on the scan, so now we have to do yet another 360-degree scan to bring up the signatures around us. We zoom in, and we scan again. And again. Continue to scan all the signatures around us in order to see whether or not there's one or two rocks there. And we'll repeat the process. 360-degree scan, zoom in, and scan again. Notice on the left hand side that our signature size has changed. Our angle is getting smaller every time we zoom in, all the way from 360 degrees to 2 degrees. And it's the 2-degree scan that we rely on to let us know whether or not there's more than one rock there. So it looks like in this scan area that we could reach out to with our passive scanner at 360 degrees, there really wasn't anything of interest for us. We did have some disappear, but I'm not looking for solo rocks right now. I'm looking for a quantanium deposit of more than one rock. So we'll move on to what we think is the boundary of the 360 degree area that we earlier scanned. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll slow down or stop whenever we find as many signatures as we would like to scan. A suggestion would be that you switch your scanner to 180 degrees just by going in one click with your mouse on zoom. It will tighten up your view. It will also give you a 180 degree look at what's going on around you. Now we zoom in and scan again. And lo and behold, what have we found here? It's a bunch of rocks. So let's go in and take a look.
Mining mode on.
There we are. We have now entered passive scan range. And as you can see from the look of the rocks, these are all quantanium. Mining mode on, and look at that. Well, that was fun. At least I thought so. But hey, we're not done yet. There's also scanning for gems. Once again, a 360 degree scan so that we can bring up signatures. We're going to move in and find out just when things start rendering in, and there we are. Now, let's try our technique. It disappeared. We're checking again here. Yep, it has disappeared. There it is. Trying our technique again. 2 degrees, and it disappeared. Now I'm going to hunt around a little bit here, see maybe if we can find it. Oh, nowhere to be found. So let's roll in, and there it is. Now could this be the behavior of gems? Maybe. If you find anything out about this, let us know in the comments. We're going to play around with our range a little bit just to see when these gems will pop in and out and what ranges they'll do it at. And there's our first gem. Now, we're going to want to know whether this is the real thing.
Mining mode on.
We're too far away.
Mining mode off.
So let's roll in and see what's going to happen when we get a little closer. Gems.
Mining mode on.
I find that finding gems is just neat. But that's not all. We also went out to the asteroid belt to see what was going to happen there. As you can see, that method didn't seem to work very well for the asteroid belt. I believe it had something to do with the fact that it was more of a three-dimensional environment and less so with on planet where the rocks are on surface and easier to find. I find that asteroid belts, whenever you scan, sometimes you have to get a little closer in order to actually find out where the rocks are. There were times where I felt that I'd actually scanned the rocks and found them just by zooming in, but it didn't seem to pick them up until I got closer, and then once I got within range of the passive scanner, which once again has been shortened, then I saw what the rocks were. So I hope you enjoyed all this today, and I hope you watch future videos coming up. So have a good day, and hopefully I've helped you find Quantanium.